It's midnight. I decided, I'm gonna hop on the Rocket League. As I'm about to do that, I check my phone because it vibrates, and I'm like, oh, well, fuck it, I'll check my phone before I get on just in case something important pops up. You're gonna see a black screen for a little bit, by the way, because Rocket League is Rocket League. Check my phone. First thing I see is kindergarten students drink alcohol at school. Well, yeah, now it says children drink alcohol at school. And at first, I was thinking, it's high school. Kids are going to be kids. There's going to be alcohol found at school. Why is this, a thing? I mean, we had a bitch that got fucking drunk at a party, got raped, and then spent like a couple of days in high school just walking in with fucking alcohol in a bottle. She rocked around sideways, fucking obviously obliterated fucking drunk. She was fucking guys in the fucking bathroom, giving blowjobs and fucking dudes like throughout the day. Because she was drunk. She just got raped. She didn't know what the fuck else to do. So she was basically like, fuck it. If I'm gonna be used, get used. She took the extreme way instead of talking through and talking to people and all of that. Plus, the person that unfortunately did the deed was a good friend of theirs that they've known for a long time. So, I mean, conflicting feelings. But long story short, she got tore up a couple of days after it happened. She walked around obliterated drunk. Not a teacher, not a fucking thing. Nobody, not a single person said anything to her. They let her bring her water bottle to school. They let her drink that shit in class. And ain't nobody said a fucking thing to her. Now you understand why I wasn't a big fan of the area that I was born in. And I mean, I knew her personally. I wasn't like close with her, but I knew her and we talked every once in a while. So, yeah. I asked her, she said she's bringing fucking straight up fucking vodka, tequila one day, shit like that, into a water bottle. She said the school never fucking checks her or anything like that, and she had the audacity to think that she was hiding that shit. I'm talking about you go from a decently quiet chick to a loud, fucking angry, stumbling over herself, can't fucking talk, like middle-aged man having a middle-aged crisis, obliterated fucking drunk type state. This was no regular drunk. You could smell it. You could see it. And nobody said a fucking thing to this girl. Now, she wasn't rich or anything like that, which is probably why most people just kept their mouths shut. She came from a poor family that lived in the poor neighborhood. I mean, that's your basic story. We were already a not very rich town at the moment, not compared to how things are nowadays, but I mean, it wasn't like, I mean, we had like the projects and all of that from the past, but that was from a particular business. They had to build temporary housing and all of that, but that's besides the point. Housing wasn't too terribly bad, We had our mansions and things out in the outskirts. We had the smaller places. We had the projects and all of that. Small mansions, not like the suit. Well, nowadays there's more, but we only had like two big mansions. We had an old historic castle that I've talked about, things like that. But anyway, obliterated fucking drunk in high school. She showed up a couple of days like that after this whole incident happened. And nobody said anything to her. She was white, just poor. So, I mean, even though I complain about that racist ass town and all of that, getting the short end of the stick, They didn't give a fuck about you if you were poor. They didn't give a fuck about you if you were anything that wasn't fucking white. They had a lot of prejudices. And they were uppity too, because it's all about your fucking family name and all that shit. If your family's been around for a long time, then you have influences on the police force and friends and things like that, where if you did something stupid, it would just get wiped under the table. That's how small this town was. But anyway, as the town began to develop, I was the only black person in school, by the way, for quite a long time. But anyway, as the town started to develop and all of that, more black people and other races and all of that came through. Because at first, it was Hispanics that lived there. They went to their own individual school for the most part. And then you had white people, and they went to their own individual school for the most part. There was a huge, ethnicity gap between the two. And then me, I was just sent to essentially the white kid school. And that's for elementary school. Elementary school, things remained like that. Middle school, there was only one middle school, so everybody ended up coming back together for middle school. And then high school, our particular class got remodeled because, well, instead of it being just, two schools coming together, they incorporated a school from a neighboring town that came to visit for classes like auto shop and things like that. You had other places to go, other facilities. You had both of the elementary schools and all of that coming together. So the high school had to be remodeled. Plus it was old and falling apart. It wasn't like bad falling apart, but like, yeah. It needed to be redone. Shit was not safe on some aspects of that. But going back to the main thing. Going through all of that shit. It's basically the shit that happens in America. It might be, for the most part, different from where you go at or for what you remember. But the same shit generally happens, just at different levels. If you live in a more poor type of environment, you're gonna go through things different than if you live in a rich environment, obviously. But keep in mind, it don't matter how poor or how rich you are, human beings are gonna be human beings. There's gonna be niches and a whole bunch of other groups, and there's gonna be people that get, specific treatments and specific things done for them that you definitely are probably never going to get. Just because their family, established themselves early, or, they know a judge, or they know the head of the chief police, or a detective, or something like that, The American way is just deal with it. You got fucked, oh well. You got knocked down, rub some dirt in it, fucking get back up on your horse and keep going. And that is the American way. Again, our country is not very old. We don't have the, millennials of knowledge and eras and everything else, and, a secure foundation, essentially, that we built upon to create something. It don't exist in America. Other countries that have been around for a long time, they figured it out over time. America hasn't had that much of a time. Why? Because they literally... Well, hopefully you saved that. There we go. Because we've literally stolen and brute forced our way into shit. There's been no rehabilitation, no learning, no, well, depends on what you want to use appropriation in the word for. But Thank you. There hasn't been any type of, negotiations or anything like that that have taken part where people have sat, generally at a table or meeting hall or wherever the fuck place you want to sit at. And actually came to an understanding. While they call us the Yankees, the Cowboys, things like that, we use brute force to get what we want or what we need. Nothing more, nothing less. What we're known for. The thing about it is, America's all based off of our clout. We gotta stay tough, we gotta stay hard, we gotta stay essentially overconfident and make everybody else believe that we have everything, we have the brute force, we have the military tactics, we have the technology, we have everything. And if anybody opposes us, we have to make those motherfuckers think that we're crazy enough that we'll blow up the whole fucking world if they don't, do what we say. Close. And because of that, we have never been able to advance because we have the condition of look like badass. Be that yeehaw cowboy no matter what we do. Obviously, it's not that bad. I'm over-exaggerating some. But when it comes down to it, that's essentially where we're at. It's not fun. Our jail system, or our judicial system is ass. Our policy of electing leaders is ass. Everything about our particular country is ass. You will be working with capitalism being your first, second, and third decision. It don't matter if so-and-so's not feeling good today. If my profit margins fall, they will be replaced. Type shit. Well, you missed 6 days of work this year, we gotta let you go. We found somebody better. Nah, everybody's replaceable type of concept comes to American businesses a lot. You don't want to do that? Okay, I'll just find somebody else. You'll do that instead, and I'll pay them less money. Thanks. He wasn't paying attention, he could have scored that. But anyway, back to the kids. For once, they're actually blaming the child's parents for the alcohol that got brought into the school and for the children that, drunk that alcohol. They're actually blaming the parents. How is it that a motherfucker can walk into the goddamn school, shoot the fuck up out of a whole bunch of different fucking people, and the gun company gets sued, and the school has to face chastisement, and a whole bunch of other factors come into place. But if a child brings alcohol into a school, now it's the parents' fault. It's the same when you have marijuana on you, which is legal in some states of the United States, versus having something more hard like, cocaine or heroin or something like that, which isn't legal in any states to my knowledge. And you still facing the same drug charges to the same extent on having a different substance. And in some cases, you'll get more time having that drug than killing somebody. Depends on what state you live in. I'm all about state independence, each state wanting to become their own unique place and all of that. But when it comes to the federal law and the things people get judged for and all of that, you're telling me that I could spend... Ooh, he didn't get that. I can spend the rest of my life in prison by killing somebody in one state, but in another state, I can literally just say, I'm crazy as fuck, bro. And I can only get a couple years in a mental asylum, and then I'm back on my fucking way, back onto the street. Like, the holes in our judicial system is fucking insane. Only reason I say that is I've been fucking dealing with that shit here recently, and I'm like, parents' child brought alcohol into school. It's a shame that it happened. Should the parents take responsibility? Yeah, you had your alcohol where your child could get into it, and they obviously had to know what the substance is in order for that shit to happen. And then to be influenced by it, the parent must have had to have in contact with that particular substance when the child is around. So the thought probably popped into, the child's head because the parent, maybe there was a birthday party or an anniversary or something coming up. It might not have been something bad. And all the adults were drinking, all of this. No, close. I'm not even going to say that the parents are alcoholics or anything like that. Maybe the parents were, celebrating an anniversary and all that. As previously stated, the child seen that their parents were drinking that shit and they were happy as fuck having a good time. So the child, who was just bored in school, or something else was happening in school, trying to, get his friends and have a party, shit like that, took the alcohol to school, thinking that, hey, it's for parties. I wanted to have a good time too. It's a shame when it happens. Parents are obviously responsible for not teaching your child, what alcohol is and all the other things associated with it. But you got to keep in mind that all of this, nice, comes from a 2-year-old. They're 2-year-olds. Now, 2-year-olds are a lot fucking smarter than they were back in my day, but they're still 2-year-olds. They haven't even developed enough to have any type of individuality or anything like that. They sponge everything that you do as a parent or teachers do or friends do or anything that they see. They sponge that shit up. They take it into their mind. They use whatever the fuck they use. Whatever the fuck they can use to obtain information about the world and how it functions. However, you don't find out whether or not you were a good parent until that child has hit basically the start of their puberty, their teenage years, roundabouts that time. Interesting. Mine. And that's where people fuck up. Just because your child's fucking laughing and having a good ass fucking time and seem like they're the fucking shit, don't mean that you're a good parent. You will find out once you get over that hill and they start maturing and getting that sense of individuality and thinking for themselves. They're not crossing the street because dad and mom said it's bad. They're not crossing the street. Wow, stuttering. But they're not crossing the street because mom and dad said so. They're not crossing the street nowadays because they don't want to. That's in, right? Oh, he saved it. If I had boost, maybe? Oh, what a double. Close. And that's where the differences in decision making and all of that's from. They start to put together some of the hows and whys Why am I doing this? You know, how are you supposed to do this? What's the reason for this? More questions start coming and they start getting answered. And that's where a lot of people get to the teenage years because, you know, they weren't necessarily the greatest parents, but their child was always smiling and happy and all of that shit. And they were always getting compliments on, oh, why is your child always so happy? And things like that, you know, or why your child is so shy and all this other shit, you know, and they get all of these compliments and everybody thinks it's all cute and all of that. Then they get in the teenage years and they're like, fuck you, mom, fuck you, dad. Both of you guys go fucking drown in a ditch. Or they say, I love you guys from the bottom of my heart, and they straight up, you know, become your doctors and lawyers and have good experiences and things like that. You know, they're actually kind-hearted people and they decided to be kind. They're not kind just because your mom and dad said, you know, be kind to them. Turn the other cheek and all of that. Follow, you know, your religion's way. Don't be mean to this person. They finally decide, you know, I'm going to be nice to this person no matter how much of an asshole they want to be. Because I feel that I should. And when that happens, it's a testament of your parenting skills. So don't think you're a fucking amazing ass parent or an amazing ass person until you get feedback from what you're doing. This applies to everybody nowadays that think they're well established and all this other shit. Communication is based off the feedback that you get from other people. That is the most important thing about communication. If you're talking, but you're not listening or paying attention to the feedback you're getting from multiple different people around you, you're not a good communicator. If you're not a good communicator, you're going to have issues to where you're either not going to get any feedback at all because you're too oppressive. You're going to get too much feedback because you're being walked over. Or you'll have, you know, a couple of other scenarios, but you'll generally have, you know, a kind of give and take style where you give feedback, you consider feedback, and you take feedback. And it becomes a well-oiled machine because everybody's helping everybody. You don't want to be the person just helping people. Like me fucking fixing people's fuck-ups in Rocket League. You don't want to be the guy that's just fixing fuck-ups all the time, because guarantee you, you're making more fuck-ups than the other people around you. Nice. It's guaranteed. It's just you learn to either look away from or acknowledge your fuck-ups and keep moving on. He can score that. He almost got perfect corner. I think he was expecting one of us to go up and help him though. Glad I fake boost. I thought he was going to do something like that. I'm gonna backflip that, but then I figured out that wouldn't have been the smartest thing to do. God damn, you knock one down, the next one stands up. Like fucking clay soldiers. Those two subjects I broached over, by the way, is the basics of applied parenthood and the basics of business and management, by the way. So no, I'm not just pulling topics out of my ass. This is education that I am certified in. I would show you my certifications and all of that. Well, I don't even have that list updated. I think I have 28 certifications listed. I'm up to 53 now. And I have 4 diplomas. Well, I guess if you count my graduation from Lincoln Tech, 5 diplomas, but pish posh on that. I don't count that shit as worth a fucking thing. Are you just gonna steal the boost and then walk away? God damn! What the hell happened? Oh, he got him clean there. Good lord. Oh, luck, no skill. I mean, you knew to cut him off at that specific point, so you read that perfectly. Oh, fucked him up. Nice. This must be Scrub Sunday. What day is today? Because this is feeling like Scrub Sunday play. If it is Scrub Sunday, this is the time where you want to fucking play rank. Because you'll get easy fucking rank today. Woo! He actually scared me there. I wasn't expecting it just to be clean at my core. Because he scared me, he slowed down my reaction speed. Just because I can. We would have liked to see that at 0 seconds, but fuck it, dude. GG. What day is today? It is Scrub Sunday. Alright, well. I was going to continue to play, but I don't want my MMR actually getting too high. Those of you that play Rocket League and want to wake up or rank up very quickly, Scrub Sunday. And I mean as soon as it hits 12 a.m. on a Saturday and turns Sunday, hop on Rocket League. You will pick up so many fucking free wins. It's ridiculous. I don't know what it is about this time. It's about from 12 a.m. well, Eastern time, obviously, to about 3 a.m. So if you hop on now, you got about 2 hours to play with this Scrub Sunday lineup. You are going to get the just fucking worst Rocket League players on right now, and you're going to be able to rank up quick as fuck and get to wherever rank you deserve to be on a Scrub Sunday. Now, I'm not guaranteeing you wins and ranks up and all of that, but wins are going to be easier to come by today for the next, 2 hours. So if you got time to hop on Rocket League, fucking wake up, play a good game and all of that, and you'll just be slapping motherfuckers left and right. I don't want to play during Scrub Sunday. I forgot. So I thought it was Saturday today. I'm a day behind. But yeah, this is just going to be a couple of games. I mean, it's half an hour's. Well, it's probably like 20 minutes to be fair. I did talk a lot and all of that. So, short stream. I guess I'll go play another game or some shit. I don't know. I'm not going to stream it though. Ah, sucks. I'll just name this Rocket League Scrub Sunday for the win. Oh, Restream's just gonna log me the fuck out because I fucking hate Restream. Oh, that's annoying when it does that shit. Alright, well, Restream's broken. So I guess, I don't know, last time it took me 2 fucking days to be able to sign in after it DC'd like that. I'm gonna have to look up a more permanent solution for this problem. It happens like once a month when it decides it wants to fucking desync, even though I fucking use the shit every day. Damn, that's annoying. Alright, well, there's nothing I can do now, even if I wanted to continue streaming, I can't, because my setup's broken due to fucking Restream doing its bullshit. It either has an update or some other bullshit that it signed me out for. But either way, thank you for stopping by if you have for the short stream, and as always, supplement your lifestyle. And hop on some Rocket League right now. Shit, tear it up. Telling you, bro. It's easy wins. Scrub Sunday for you. You seen me hop in. I was talking, having a decent ass fucking time, and it went in like 4 goals up every match pretty much. Like shit. Ah, peace.